Yeah, just shut your computers. You don't need them right now.
Page.
No, you can leave it out. Close your leg.
Do you want to assign the groups? I think we should.
They can all move one to the right.
How about two to the right? Because they're,
Doesn't work with four.
it does, because then they'll have to come back around. The problem I'm thinking with one to the right is that planes might know more about the next one than they should.
Who's group one? Out
Planes.
there, all the way to the left. You're now group three, which is
Cavities.
Cavities.
cavities. Yes.
Group-
Two.
Group two, directional.
You're now four, which is
Organs and membranes.
organs and stuff. Who's three?
Who was group three?
That would be
Body
on
cavities.
body.
You're flipping with one,
What?
You're now number one, group number one.
which is planes
Planes,
and stuff. And four,
group two,
you're now two,
which is directional terms.
How much time are we giving them?
5 minutes?
What are we doing?
Well, hang on. 5 minutes? What do you think? 5 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah. You can go.
No, you do it.
Okay. So here's what you're going to do. Taking only the information that is present on the mural itself, your group is going to explain the group that you've just been given. Using only the information that you have available to you on the murals. You are not just going to point at something and say, this is a stomach, this is a lung, because they've labeled the liver and the stomach and the lung, right? You're going to make assumptions. You're going to make deeper thought patterns. Connections.
Relationships.
Use all of the murals in order to get that done, but you're only going to be explaining the group that you now have assigned to you.
Are they allowed to talk to anyone that's not in their group?
No,
No talking to anyone.
no talking to anybody in the other
Only can
group.
talk to your own group.
That's silly.
We're gonna see how well the information that you've put on your murals is actually transferring to a new audience. So how much and will they be able to understand what it is that you've put up and make those connections? Other thoughts? Mr. S?
After the 5-minute timer runs out,
Oh my goodness.
you will be asked to explain it in front of everybody and YouTube.
I'll
There you
plan
go.
it.
Yes, we'll go out there. Yeah. And which means you can go look.
Good night.
Timer's running.
Just jump out that window now.
No,
No, you wouldn't die right away.
you would break your heel.
Well, that would get me out of class. I'd have to go to the hospital.
All right.
And I'm running down to the body.
Okay. Come on, Jamin.
You can carry that?
I'll carry it. Come with me, Jamin. Find your group. Come on.
Brooklyn, we have this one.
We don't have this one?
No.
No one has this one.
No, that one.
Wow, okay.
That's what I said.
That's ours. One.
Find Haley and Trevor.
Yeah.
Come on, follow me. Excuse me.
Start.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
With this whole top
Hang on.
part count.
Absolutely. That is peripheral,
James.
and you should be able to use it.
But does that count as theirs?
No, no, it's for everybody. Yes. Do you want to say that louder?
This top part's for everyone.
Young people, listen. Parker has valuable information for you.
What?
This top part's for everyone.
Okay.
No.
What you're with them, they're going to put together a small presentation for everybody. They'll tell you what to do. You need to go over there and hang out with them, kiddo. Huh? Go over there and they will tell you. Go on. Go stand beside Haley and Trevor and Riley. What are you thinking, guys?
I don't know. I'm a little confused.
Well, so here's what you need to keep in mind. Keep in mind what you did. How does that fit and or tie in to this? So make those connections for everybody. They've given you new information. Now you can add that new information. Thank you. Now they can add that new information to that info that's going on.
Shots? Shots, yes.
This one, the one that we did, to get like what cavities are up top and which ones are down below.
Maybe this just helps people determine where grass is.
Or is it just the spinal?
Yeah.
The rest of it is spinal.
Your butt.
Your butt and your leg. Spinal. Oh, there's 8.
Booty.
Spinal cavities right there. What's this? That we already. I don't.
What is
That means it's part of your
So
body.
this.
That must be your heart.
This dorsal body
Have a
cavity.
they're all
This and this.
Serious membrane.
No,
Or does
it's something,
it-
proximal goes into your,
And then the lumbar. See, that's the thing.
I don't know.
So it's the air
That's what it
going.
looks like.
The air going in.
Because I understand this one.
No, so after.
I understand this gravity.
My phone was going off. I gotta go figure out who's trying to call me.
And then this is
No, it's not all.
So soft tissue.
And what's the
Soft
point
tissue
of this?
between joints.
Yeah, it's like the.
So yeah.
That are all set.
And then this is just divided into quadrants. Tell you where everything is inside your body. Parts up here.
That represents the side of your body.
Pericardial.
No, that's ours.
I think this is what's inside.
Hold on to that, Jim.
Yeah, these are just telling me what's inside. But what is this? What's this? I don't know.
What is this one called again?
Like maybe it is off of like
So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna show you the ba ba ba
Oh,
ba.
like directional sense.
Directional thing?
Yeah, so like this is the front of the body, these are the lungs.
Mr. Schneider, we present to you the Bob.
I
Sure.
couldn't think of what it
It's
was
accurate,
called.
yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Blah, blah.
Well, they
No, it's something that's.
This has to work. No. Wait. I think the not say woman body. Does the pelvic cavity and
You would kind of assume that since they have uterus and ovaries, it's not a male.
they don't have it labeled that it's a woman body.
Lymph nodes, small, nose, gland, dick, that's no.
I don't care.
It goes
Esophagus.
together.
Understand what the directional term
So
Does it
yeah.
hurt? No.
I suggested to a few of them to take the information that they know from theirs
So,
and add it to theirs.
so
Give
that's.
them another.
Hang on to this. Hold it.
They've been working really hard.
No, read what their definition.
They'll never know.
I'll tell you what to do with it later, okay? Just hold it for now. Just hold it for now. Okay? Go to muscle. I tell you
I understand this stuff.
That'd be like your, that'd include your tendons. Those are attached to bones, right? Tendons, but they help us with nutrition and regulate.
Well, I can see the nutrition, but not the. I don't see how
Yeah,
muscles
nutrition
and regulate
Sure.
temperature.
Yeah, it's in shape. So, this is for it's still kind of confused about the deep blue.
It's just like,
Yeah,
it really knows me how it's crooked. There's so many like words in that one little corner in the middle down there, and I'm just like,
Maybe with it,
that's why I started.
figure out where.
Yeah, but if Riley was holding his arm like this and I came up it,
Helps us identify.
Then I probably have a.
These two, what did we say these ones?
That cuts the body.
I don't know.
adrenaline going in and out.
So does that mean the large
And then
intestine
we'll
is
just
like
pronounce it out.
right here?
Dorsal. Dorsal. Isn't that like a top of the shark fin, the dorsal fin?
Yes, yes, because we talked about that. Wouldn't it be cool to have a dorsal fin?
Or is that like the blood signals? Alright.
Huh?
I don't either.
I see that.
Normal pollen.
Not all the time. My dad put him off.
Oh, Jamin, can you scooch over so we can share the chair? You don't need to slide over that much. Just right there.
This is genius.
Yeah, that's what.
Isn't it? Isn't it good? That's Hunter came up with that.
Nice job. You guys did a really good job with that.
We were gonna put word system and like pictures on it. I couldn't
See what
figure out.
that part of the year is with the one and the things.
Do you understand that that's important?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
No, because if you go
Haley,
over
that's
here.
the 80s.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think the 80s might have came before the 30s.
Look at 1979. Look at 1979.
Wait.
That's 28. This is 31.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
The 1980s came before the 2030s.
Isn't that weird? How like in like 8 or in like 40 years they'll say that like
Okay.
Oh, I've seen it. I didn't know that was an R-rated part. Yeah, I saw that. And they have the part where they're like having a sleepover and like has the thing and.
You guys talking about
What page?
Showing them.
Hi, Riley.
I'm in charge of the camera now.
He like sticks
Don't
it in
come
his
on
neck
here.
and he's like, go like this.
How's it coming?
I have no idea what's happening right now.
We
Is
don't
this your
understand
group?
this. Nope.
Okay, bye.
We're talking to the cameraman.
Yeah, it does.
So I think if we explain it from membrane,
Cut out. It's like. You watch it like, oh, what this was here. What did this?
How's it going?
you broke it, Riley.
Yeah, you broke it. And someone's birthday?
I'm
Fight.
Is this the right way?
No.
I usually get caught up on sleep on Sunday, like.
It's like a belly GoPro.
You guys need
What do we need to do?
stop by my house.
Cause this is naming.
I'll give you my steady cam.
I don't understand. Oh well.
Steady cam.
Hey, how much you want for your house?
they sold it.
We think.
To who?
We haven't heard from them yet.
They won't tell us who.
Tell us who you think about your house.
Yep. That's for buying.
Does it have anybody to do with new teachers?
What's that?
Did you take one of those
Who
home
bought your
now?
house?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Make sure that goes in your bag.
Is it one of your boys?
Why would they?
Alright, people.
Because Ryan's here? So that's the only.
Yes, you can take that.
Nice.
You just had 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
I barely felt like 5.
Well, yeah, because you're walking around over there. Oh, look at the pretty picture. La, 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 la.
And 1980 became before
Start with, do we
1930.
want to start here?
No, we do not.
Yeah, let's start here.
We wanna
So
go
everybody
to the
else
left,
needs to
right?
sit. You want to hold that?
I can.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Everybody's tall.
All right, so you guys did a really good job with the artwork. Now let's rock our world with the info.
Okay. So quadrants, they're very important. Or whatever. This stuff, body regions. It's very important, you know, so you can find out what everything is, you know, what organs is which. Like, how are you supposed to know what kidney it is if you don't know the regions? Like, it's crazy. So, okay, so this first one, it's divided up into 9 regions. You got the right hypochondriac, close enough. And then the epigastric, and then the left hypochondriac. And then number 4 is the right lumbar, and 5 is the umbilical, which is next to where your umbilical cord is. That's what I found out. And then 6 is the right lumbar, and 7 is the right iliac. Then the hypogastric, which is where the bad stuff comes out. That's why it's called gastric. Then it's left iliac. You see, that's what. Yeah. And then you got the quadrants. You got the right upper quadrant, the left upper quadrant, the right lower quadrant, and the left lower quadrant. So that's important so you can find out where everything is and know where you are when you're doing surgery and stuff. Because the body is just a maze. And then you got the sagittal plane. It's the division that splits right down the body from left to right. Apparently, wait. No. Okay, whatever. And then you got the transversal plane. It's the division that splits the body upper and lower. So, and then you got the coronal plane. It's the division that splits it from front to back, even though I think that's wrong. Whatever. It's fine though. Okay, so. Oh, I get it. It splits the front and the back. I thought it meant like front to back. Okay, so, yeah. That's that. Congratulations. Do you have anything to add, boys?
People who did not create that. Question.
I don't know what hypochondriac and lumbar and iliac mean. Yeah, me neither. Or that one word,
We were told.
You see, we were really rushed when
Right,
we were doing
well,
this.
okay, but hang on a minute, guys, remember? Part of this is you making, Parker, are you listening?
Sorry.
Part of these are making connections between what you're trying to explain from there and connections to what you actually did. You guys did the cavities, correct? Now I want you to think about this in relationship to that and see if you can help them answer that question.
So, what was their question?
Go ahead, ask it again.
They don't know what those words mean.
She doesn't know what lumbar means. She
I
doesn't know what
believe-
hypochondriac means.
Lumbar. Means your back, maybe?
How do you know that?
Because in cars, you have the lumbar support, and that's on your lower back.
That's a great connection. Can you use anything from here to help you?
Not really.
Nothing from your cavities?
Well, okay, so, okay. One second. I gotta check this out real quick.
Stop.
So I think this is called that because the esophagus and whatnot is here. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, and
I feel really important.
the rest.
in the
I don't know.
family.
Riley, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Actually do something with your life.
I know. I feel important.
So
What
yeah.
about the other people in that group? Anything to add?
Not really.
No.
Riley's just a cameraman.
Any other questions for them from the people that didn't create it yet?
Yeah, other people have questions, please. I like making stuff up.
Groups 2 and 4.
It's not making stuff up, it's drawing logical conclusions.
Yeah, what she said.
There you go.
That's what she said.
So how about the people that made it?
Yeah, people who made it.
What comments do you want to give us about what you created?
And I'd rather you don't explain anything, but help us understand what you think you put out there that he didn't get.
I wanna know what Parker thinks Corona was wrong. Or was that just because you're confused?
I was confused. You see, because I didn't understand that it was splitting the left and the right side. I thought it was splitting it from left to right.
Oh, okay.
What, Mason?
You can obviously see that it's splitting it that way.
Well, no, because I thought it meant like, since this plane is going from left to right, that's what I thought it meant here.
And I'm gonna support him on this, and I think
So
I
they're
mentioned
wordy.
this to you guys right here too, because this kind of makes it, I wanna see, and it's just me wanting it, you guys put that line right there, I kinda wanted it to be seen. I don't know where it comes out on the other side.
It doesn't.
It just stops
It's
me
ju-
right there.
It's because he's facing at a slant and you can't really see it.
Why'd you make it face it in a slant?
That's a
Because it
visual
was-
learner and not a visual
Right.
learner.
Because it was easier to make them all the same than to make them all different, facing different ways.
It was easier.
Like, to understand, not to do.
Why? How did that aid us in our understanding? I have an idea in my head.
I'm really thirsty.
Like the transverse plane, you guys were raised underneath it, and the other ones you didn't, so that's kind of confusing why you did that.
We did what?
You erased the body.
Yes.
Oh!
So he's saying that since you erased underneath it and you can't see below that, this is a board now, right?
Yeah.
But you left this here. So you should have maybe either got rid of that or filled in there. And I don't know which one you think would work better.
And then, well, we did try that, but visually the transversal or the transverse plane looked better when you erased it, so that way you could tell that it
I
went
agree.
through.
I agree. I think I would like to see this one erased also. And this one too, which would get rid of,
The hand.
yeah.
Oh, and I so disagree with that.
Yeah.
I don't like. I didn't
Does
like
anyone
why
know
those ones.
what, the way my brain works, I want it to be a board. I want a board stuck right through here and you can't see that side if you're over there. You can't see this side if you're over there. And then you know there's a board through there. But
Interesting.
that's just the way mine
All
is.
right. Go ahead.
I think it may help show which way it's dividing too, because if you look at it from a distance, it's kind of confusing
That center one, you can clearly see that that's chopping that person in half though.
through the waist, but
Right
the
through
other
the
ones,
waist.
it may be
Yep.
either or.
And I like the fact that it's the same image for all three of those, because I can now see on the same thing. If you'd given me a different view for each of those, I would have had to rectify in my mind where it was on the middle one, because it's a different picture for the other two. And that to me would have been a lot more work visually.
Makes it easier to compare.
All right, are we ready to move on so we don't run out of time?
What did they not talk about that has to be talked about?
Yeah, friends from the group.
Oh, we know what we didn't talk about. It was what hypochondriac, lumbar, iliac, and those other words. So we didn't say what they meant on the
Okay,
paper.
so here's the deal with that. If you just simply put a definition up there, is that gonna get it across to all of your audiences?
What's it in the corner? Names.
I'm not certain just putting a definition with those words is the right thing to do.
It's right over.
Yeah,
This is face.
because,
This is face.
yeah, we know.
It may need to be reflected somehow. I'm just not certain that's the best way yet.
Do you remember what I told you iliac came from?
I don't
Could you go to capture this, right?
Iliac crest, the top curve of your hip bone. And that's what's in that section.
Really,
The gastric one.
it's the gastric region.
And when we talk about your guts as a doctor, they won't say guts, they'll call it your blank tract. Gastrointestinal tract. Gastro means digestion.
I think Ryan's a pretty good cameraman.
He is, he's a great
Okay.
cameraman. All right, so group 4 is green group 2.
4 is explaining 2.
So go ahead.
Okay.
I think you guys should all stand up.
Stand up.
Okay.
Stand up.
Stand up, David.
Brooklyn,
Your cameraman.
do you really want to be a cheerleader that bad?
No!
Jimmy, you gotta stand up. Because
I was just a cheerleader
Jimmy,
myself,
stand
and
up.
I have it all in my head.
Jimmy, they need your help.
Okay, shh.
And again, we're looking for connections, not just for you to tell us definitions.
Well, we didn't make very many connections with ours.
You can do it now though. Connect on the fly.
Okay, I can try.
We can refuel jets in flight.
Maybe if
go,
you're
go,
not
go.
too busy
Okay.
looking at classes.
Okay, so we thought the intermediate was like the inside, this is like the internal, this whole thing is like the internal, like up here. And then the heart was the inside of the internal. And then we figured that the lateral side was like the darker black that's going down. And the deep wound is showing like we figured this is the front of the body, and then this is the back, so it's showing the deep wound all the way through, and then the deep wound goes all the way through your arm. And then right here it shows the superficial wound, and it only goes like halfway through. And then what else did we do?
Help her out.
So over here we have the body parts or sections explained out in their scientific word. This area of like the head would be your cranial.
I guess pig nose.
Yeah. And this area of your backside or your rump is the canidal. Canidal.
C-A-U. Audio.
Cadu.
Cadu.
Yep. And this is if you go from the bottom to the top, it's the superior. And if you go from the top to the bottom, inferior, I think. And we have a little chart here showing holes in your body if you would be shot or stabbed. If it only goes a quarter of the way through, it's a superficial wound. If it goes all the way through, it's a deep wound. Then over here you have the same little wounds, but you can just see them from the front angle, so there's little circles. And on your heart, there is proximal coming from your groin and over here to your heart, and then it goes out to your outside hip and your other shoulder. It does something with those.
Hey, Ron, can I ask you a question? If I get a deep wound in my abdominal cavity in the right hypochondriac region, what organ am I likely to affect?
Your heart.
Ooh. Why couldn't we have this one?
Somewhere.
That would have made the most sense to pair us with this one.
Will be belly, I think.
Yeah, it would be up here. Wait, what side did you say? The right side?
Right.
So it would be the first one, so it would be up here somewhere, like by your shoulder.
Right, but you're not answering my question yet.
I don't know.
What is it?
So where would you look to find that answer?
The internet. Which one?
Wow.
I don't understand it.
I see how it is.
Is this abdominal?
Wait, what's your question? You asked what?
What?
Hang on,
It's
everybody listen.
Oh, it's so easy.
Hang on.
Listen carefully, right here. This is the deal.
Ready? Here you go. Deep wound in the abdominal cavity in the right hypochondriac region. What organ am I likely to affect?
We're looking at anything in here.
There, but then it would be like up here somewhere. That makes
No.
no sense.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah, but because over there is the thing is right here where she's talking. But
Okay.
it's not your shoulder.
You guys.
Yeah, I know.
You guys.
Just stop talking to me.
You three. Go down there, put your left hand on your right hypogastric region. You can look at that. Put your left hand on your right hypogastric region.
Be up here.
It's not up on your shoulder. Look at the paper.
Well, it's like
Oh, why am I holding it that way?
down here.
There you go. You should have your hand on your ribs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now go
Okay.
down here
Now come over here. Is that still in the abdominal cavity?
Yep.
and then
Okay.
find the organ.
Now find the organ.
Okay. She said hypochondriac though, not hypogastric.
That's fine.
That's what
Yeah, right there. Hypochondria. Right there.
Armpit. Pectoral muscle. Must be ribs. Ribs. Pectoral muscle.
We don't have a hypogastric in there
said right, he meant to say hypochondriac.
Okay,
Yeah. Cause he uses gastric, not
Yeah.
hypochondriac.
never mind, never mind.
So what order?
That's the way I learned it, sorry.
Oh, good going.
And what did we come up with?
Kill you.
Yeah, because it ripped through our paper. Bastard. We have to kill him.
Wait. Show me the bottom of that area.
Well, it was, whether from, it'd be like, from here up, wasn't,
Okay. People who did number 1. As soon as Trevor gets out of the way.
Yeah, people who did.
No, don't push it.
It's out of staples. Oh, never mind.
Get the other one.
It's all good in the hood.
No,
You just gotta
push it in.
You just have to push it
Get
in.
out of the way.
Here, simple steps and stapler. Alright? It's not working.
You don't hit a stapler.
It's a cement wall, it's not gonna work.
No, it's not putting a staple out
Right.
at
I
all.
put the staple out.
And now it will.
Look at that.
Alright,
There you go.
alright.
Now,
Now listen, this is a little bit like geometry, guys.
if we went here and said, this is the pectoral region, this is the right hypochondriac, it's gotta be below the pectoral, there's nothing there but ribs, right?
Yes.
Is that superficial or deep?
I said deep.
I'm dealing with my hand and the things that I can feel. Superficial or deep?
Superficial.
Superficially, I have ribs. What's under the ribs? When I come over here and I look, where are the ribs? Do you see ribs?
No.
No. Do you see thoracic and abdominal cavity?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
If you apply something. When I go here, what organs are in there?
Heart, lungs,
Thoracic,
Just lungs.
heart and lungs, abdominal,
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
adrenal gland, your digestive
guts and all that other stuff, right? There's literally nothing in there except for lungs and heart, unless you're dealing with stuff smaller than a
Yeah,
silver
there's a
dollar.
thing.
Okay.
Yep.
So we come over here and here's the lungs. I gotta be, where's my hand compared to my lungs?
right
Below it. So I need to go here. What organs are here?
adrenal gland and diaphragm.
Your lungs and your kidney.
The esophagus is above, it's just.
Right.
Esophagus is above, it's just the words that came down. Is there anything missing from this diagram that should be there?
Yes.
That starts with an L.
Liver.
Yeah.
One word.
Your liver is here. Your lung is here. Your liver goes all the way across and pretty much all the way to the back, right? Everybody that's dressed to deer,
Yep.
what splits the thoracic and the abdominal?
The diaphragm.
And what's right above the diaphragm? Liver. The whole way, right? Pretty much the whole thing, right through there, at the bottom of the rib cage.
Is
Is
it
liver.
below the diaphragm?
Is it?
Because if it's above, it'll be in the thoracic
Ah.
cavity.
Thoracic.
It's above, on your ventral. Along the.
It's in the.
So it goes through? The diaphragm goes through the liver?
Along the side.
Well, the diaphragm's sitting right on top of it,
Well,
right?
mine are long today.
And they both go all the way across? They both cover everything.
Make sure.
So depending on
What?
whether you're
Oh,
up
it's
in
right
the
there.
rib cage or below the rib cage, you're gonna get either a little bit of lung or a little bit of liver.
Like 7 people take.
See the bullet? It's gotta be lung or liver, depending on whether it's the top part or the bottom part of the right hypochondriac region.
There you go.
Bullets are healthy
Okay.
to eat.
Yes, Daniel, because that's, yes.
Alright,
Because it's just blurry.
This class is so confusing.
We got 9 minutes class.
let them finish up.
Okay.
We have nothing else. Yes, you do, you have words on the bottom.
I don't know what they mean.
Well, you have other group mates.
The dorsal is for like the dorsal, like the back fin on a shark. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure.
What's the other, can I ask you a
Mr.
question?
Schneider,
Because
why
I
can't
had
you
a problem
explain
with this
out?
one, right? What is a synonym for dorsal?
Because it's supposed to be a standard.
Trevor? What's a synonym for dorsal?
I have no idea.
Look,
Hi, Jim.
Posterior.
are they?
Yep, yep.
Yes.
You knew I was gonna make him ask it, right?
I was hoping you were just gonna.
Are they synonyms?
No, but they mean relatively the same thing.
But they're not exactly.
I'm relatively 6 foot tall. Pretty darn close. Sucking up will get you nowhere. Go ahead.
Because of the
Brooklyn,
pipes
would
that
you
run
get
underneath
up there
it.
and be a dog for me, over against the wall?
Be a dog.
You're relatively close.
Just get on all fours.
Are you being serious or
Yes,
joking?
do it.
I need a dog.
Dance, monkey, dance.
I need a dog right next to these words.
Why?
Do it.
Just do it.
Can you imagine that?
Somebody
You
volunteer.
don't have to.
Do it.
No,
Somebody volunteer.
Someone be a dog. Hunter be a dog.
All you gotta do is go stand there on all fours. There you go.
Hunter got this.
Right there.
Because Brooklyn's a wimp.
Where is Hunter's?
She is Brooklyn.
If Hunter were a dog, where would be the dorsal portion of Hunter?
Well, it means towards the back. So it'd be.
It would be here, right? Where is the posterior portion of Hunter?
Oh,
In
it's
this
towards-
orientation.
Towards
It
the
would be
back.
towards his butt.
Towards the back.
So where is his ventral?
The front.
Belly, up underneath there. And is anterior the same as
No,
ventral?
that means like
No, that would mean
head.
towards the head. So dorsal means towards the back, posterior means towards the butt. When people stand up, you're good, you can go.
Thank you.
When people stand up, that's pretty much the same thing, right? Back and butt. I mean, you can put your hands like this and you can touch them both, right?
Yeah.
You got pretty much the whole thing covered, all the way from my shoulder blades down. But when you start talking about other animals that are anatomically in a different orientation, you need different words.
Yeah. Can...
Is there other words that mean the same as posterior?
A butt.
Is it the caudal?
There we go. Is that on the same poster?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's right there.
Yeah, right
Caudal.
there.
Right next.
Yeah. So caudal and posterior are the same? They're very much the same. Similar.
Here's
Not identical.
Here's
Yes.
where you guys need to give them some feedback. What's the best way to do those words at the bottom so that it's more specific and people don't view them as synonyms?
You need to use
Explain what they
examples.
are.
I feel like the group who explained it didn't know that they were directional terms. They were trying to put it on a body part.
Oh,
Yeah.
How
That's
come they
your
didn't
fault.
know it was
But
directional
I
terms?
didn't really know what the directional term
Right, right,
meant,
right.
so then I didn't know how to explain.
Because
Oh,
they
there's
did
magnets.
organs, so they were thinking
Brooklyn.
organ
Yes.
This
ones,
was
like
supposed
the
to be
head and
standing
stuff.
alone
And
poster.
Right, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to explain itself.
So everybody think about that. The best way to improve that particular directional term so that they're explanatory without adding a whole lot to it.
Really loud on the video.
Sorry.
Have a line connecting the, caudal and the posterior.
Oh,
No.
because I think your audience then will get confused that caudal and posterior are just the butt. It's a term, it's a directional term.
It
it's
means
not a
towards
location.
the tail,
Right.
or towards the tail end. Either one of those, whichever is more appropriate.
I can tell you this too, as they were sitting here, as this group was trying to understand what those directional terms were. They were confused to begin with on the distal and the proximal. And they worked it out by thinking about it a little bit more than just what was there.
Distal and proximal are still not clear in the group, right? If you had a test, would you get that?
No.
Now, tell me what distal means.
Well, we thought it was, well, we just thought it was like stuff like, coming out of the body.
Coming out of the body?
Yeah,
So
like,
you guys got yourself to that. Where I stopped listening was when you said that distal was away from the,
It's over by the elbow and
and
stuff.
proximal is towards the heart. That's where I stopped listening.
Give me a 4th grade vocabulary word that's very much the same as distal.
Distant.
Distant. Same meaning. Do you have a word in your vocabulary that's similar to proximal? Proximity. In the very proximity means close, right? That's exactly what those two words mean. One of them means close, one of them means far away. That's all the harder that is.
Are we continuing this then
Yes, we're gonna have to.
Thursday? Okay.
Wait 1 second.
Do you want
Group
this
2.
back?
Anything that needs to be added that we didn't talk about?
I just need to explain the whole poster. They did it wrong.
I didn't, did they explain what the medial thing was?
No, they did not.
Okay, cause I don't
Intermediate
understand.
and medial got
I may
skipped.
have interrupted him too.
Yeah.
What, I don't understand what that is it kinda like what we did with the sagittal plane, or is
Yes.
it what?
Yeah,
I
it's like the
just thought
middle,
it was
like
like
the
the
middle line of
cutting
your
the
body.
body
So if
in
you
half.
wanted to say
Like down the
I
middle.
don't know, medial,
Since these are directional terms, medial means towards the,
middle.
and what's the opposite of medial?
Lateral.
Which means towards the
Side.
outside.
So, and this is where I think you need to go, Mr. Schneider, correct me if I'm wrong. You can have a medial location of your cranial cavity.
Sure. Because you can use these comparatively. So your elbow is distal when compared to your shoulder. Your shoulder is distal when compared to your neck. Right? So we have distal and proximal, distal and proximal. You do the same thing with medial and lateral. This is medial when compared to that, because this is farther to the outside. But then we can take that same spot and compare it to here, and then this one becomes lateral and this becomes medial.
Like your toenail is lateral to your bone, being medial. You can divide like that too.
Yeah, but
That
that's
also goes into distal and proximal.
right. And intermediate just means in between.
Mr. I'm an
And
advanced
there we
bio
need
over
three
there.
body parts. So if we go your eyebrows, your nose, and your neck, your nose is intermediate. So that's the thing to help you locate things in your body.
Thursday.
Man, I gotta hurry now.